Alright guys, so welcome back to Game With Today. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new features to Fortnite Creative Mode. I'm going to be talking about a lot of the cool ones. As you guys can see, this one right here is pretty darn cool. This is a visualizer. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But let's take a look at what else is new first. So first off with the prefabs, we got the Great Pyramid set, and that is pretty darn cool. We got the shrines, and I love that. And we also got the Arctic stuff and all the old stuff we had before. It's all very cool, and I love what they've done with the prefabs. They've really been adding all this new stuff, and I really do like it. Too bad we don't have a volcano. Think about it, Epic Games. That's going to be really cool. Moving over to galleries, we have the Ring Gallery, we also have the Jungle Temple props, and we also have the Nature Set Gallery, which is kind of like the vegetation. And what you're seeing in front of you is the Visualizer Gallery. That's what this is. And I'm going to tell you guys about this a little bit. The reason why I wanted to hold off is because you have to know about this radio. This is also something you can also do too, and I'm going to show you that at the later part in this video. But basically you can select whatever you want for the music, and then you could also select the volume, etc. And these will kind of replicate as a visualizer. I'm sure you guys have all seen a graphic visualizer, and this is kind of what it is. So you have the light shows right here, and then you also have the blocks, and then you have these light blocks here, which also visualize. It's not perfect, and it's kind of cool. It could be slightly better, but this is still really darn cool that it's in the game. And honestly, it's going to make your maps a lot cooler, especially for deathmatch maps. So this is really darn cool. You can also change the attenuation distance, so you know basically everyone can hear it on the map at all times. You can also turn the volume up and down, so for instance loud, a little bit louder now. Maybe hard for you guys to tell in the video, but it's pretty darn cool. Either way, I like it. You could also turn off the visualization and just use the radio by itself, which is pretty cool too. And to turn off this music, go to playback and just go disable if you just don't want to use it at the moment, or if you're getting sick of hearing it, but you still want to leave everything there, you can just do that. Let's take a look at those Ring Gallery. This is pretty darn cool, right? I like this quite a bit. You guys are going to see my other video today where I actually use this Ring Gallery for the cannon. So if you guys are looking at my channel now, you should be able to see that video as well. So if you want to see me go through these hoops with a cannon as a cannonball, it's pretty darn cool. But these are great, especially if you guys are making a music reel. If you guys have seen the Marshmallow Man song, you know, the Alone song remixed, they used a lot of these, and these are really darn cool. You can also make tricks and stuff like that. You can shoot yourself through the hoops and whatever else you can think of, guys. Use your imagination. But these hoops are definitely super cool. Okay, moving forward, we got the Parkour Gallery. Now, these are pretty darn cool as well. Not my thing, but I know a lot of you guys are making those creative maps where you can actually do like obstacle courses, and this is kind of what you can do with them. Now, I obviously suck at this, but basically the idea is you could put all these and make like a jump thing, and then you've got this one with the circular, which is even harder to jump on. Why I need that, I don't know. And then, of course, you got all these as well. Again, I'm not parkour in this game. I suck at the parkour. And then you've got these lit up ones, which I like, and these could be really cool for like a darker part of the course, but they're a little disorienting. I don't know, does this disorient you guys? Kind of does for me. Got this like Glacian, I don't know, Glacian blur, whatever the hell they call it on it. It's pretty cool. Basically, it's blurry, that's what I'm saying. Forward, we also got the Challenge Gallery. Now, I know a lot of you guys have seen this already, but just in case you haven't, basically, you get the coins, which barely work, so if you guys use them, keep in mind of that. The puzzle piece, which I've seen nobody use yet, and then the toilet paper, which I've seen nobody use in terms of a collector. But you can actually use all these items as collecting. So if you want to make a collecting game, you could use any three of these items to make them. Basically, if you collect them, you get a point or whatever it is towards your end game goal. And the thing is, you couldn't use something like the toilet paper as an obstacle because it's got no collider. It's basically a collect only kind of thing. Same with the coin and the puzzle piece. Just worth mentioning for those of you guys who thought they were going to be funny with the toilet paper. And forward, we got the chest and ammo gallery, and this is kind of interesting. So you throw these down, there's actually loot within these. So this is that new chest that's kind of hard to find. It's rare, there's only one in certain areas, etc. It's not all over the map yet, but it might be coming to the game in a bigger way. I'm sure they're going to do that soon. But it's supposed to be part of that X marks the spot gimmick that they're doing, which you guys will find out on my channel about a little bit later. But anyway, so you can see there's already loot in these chests, just so you guys know, ammo, etc. So if you don't feel like tweaking it, you don't have to. This is, guys, the loot is always going to be random, so the loot's not going to be the same twice. Keep that in mind. So if you want to make your game really random and you don't want to be in control of what's in your loot, use these because it really makes the game random, just like the game when you're normally playing it. So this is a cool way of doing it if you have a hard time randomizing your map. Trust me, I've seen a lot of people have a hard time with that, so this is kind of cool that they've done that. Okay, and moving forward, you know about the music blocks, you know about the piano, and you also know about the ambient gallery. I've shown you guys all that in my music video. We've also got the farm parts. I believe that is new. We also got the car gallery, and the street gallery. These are all pretty new items. I don't remember if they were in. I'm pretty sure they're new, but just so you guys get to see what they look like. The car gallery is definitely very cool. Obviously, this could be really useful, especially if you're trying to make a clever game. These two in particular, or the cop car. I can think of so many things you can do with it. It's really cool. I like it quite a bit, and this truck right here is pretty balls too. I love it. And then you've also got the disco gallery, which I can't remember if this was in the newest update or if this is a little bit out there, but I believe it's in the newest update. And essentially, obviously, it's going through the cars because I put it too close. But essentially, it's basically the stage that you saw when Marshmallow Man performed. And you guys can make your own little performances, and it's got the stage lights, all this cool stuff. Got the speakers. It's all like imagination thing, but you could do some really cool stuff with this and make a really cool fight. It's awesome. I love it. I think this is new, but again, I don't remember. But anyways, this is awesome, especially if you see it properly. I'm kind of botched that one up, but yeah. And I know we also got the cube galleries as well, which is really cool. You got the large and the small. I'm going to show you that real quick. Hey, so the big ones look like this, and they're quite large, but they're very cool though. Honestly, they're very much the same as before, besides they are bigger. And they look awesome. I really think the big ones are cool, but the small ones are more practical for most people's worlds. But do keep in mind you could always use any of them. Okay, moving over to devices, we got the billboard. That's definitely new. We got the pinball bumpers, the flipper, we got a radio. These are all new items that are super new, and they're really cool. I'm going to show you what they do right now. So the billboard. Let's take a look at that one first off. Well, that's boring. Why would I want that? Well, take a look. If you customize it, you can actually put text. It's basically like a sign in Minecraft. So this is pretty cool. So let's see. Check out Gamer Today at YouTube. Hey, so this is what it can look like, just like in Minecraft. Pretty darn cool, but I think it looks really nice. You can also make the text large, extra large, etc. You can make how long it's going to be, like basically how long you could see it for. Also make the distance of what you can see, so that's pretty cool. Keep it on infinite. Everyone's going to want it on infinite. Trust me, you can do all this crap, but infinite's the best. Show border, yes. Text color, and you could always take that off, etc. So if you take it off, for instance, it looks like this, which is cool. I think that's cool. But honestly, I like the border quite a bit, so I leave that on. Could change the color, you know, obviously there's different colors, so if I want it red, could change the background. Okay, so say I want the text to appear, but I don't want to see the sign. Basically, just make this. So no border, make the color of your choice, and make the background color clear. Now accept it, and there you go. Pretty darn cool, right? I like that quite a bit. And see, it's only seeable on one side, so do keep that in mind. So you have to be seeing it from the right side to see it. Otherwise, it's invisible. You'll never know it's there. Secret message with your friends. Okay, so let's talk about the pinball stuff now. Well, it's kind of what you might imagine. Watch this. So you can actually customize these, and it's basically everything that you want to know about for pinball. You can make it do damage, you can make it do fall damage, knockback, etc. You can change how high the knockback is. So for instance, if I put it on that, and I walk into this, there we go, you see my point. Pretty darn cool. So you can kind of make a pinball course using this. Right now this is on standard, but you can make this super high and watch what happens. Whoa, that threw me across the course. Try not to build it like this though, always make sure it's on land. If you build it like this, it's going to be kind of goofy. So what I recommend is make sure you put it as close to land as you can. Like so. Now watch what happens when I do that. Okay, so the bumper, I've also put this on super high, or the flipper, and watch this. Whoa! That's cool, right? So you can actually make a pinball course with this. I like that quite a bit. So obviously you got your bumper and your flipper, and you can do whatever you want with it to make this really cool. So make your own pinball game within Fortnite. How cool is that? Okay, so now the radio. Let's take a look at the radio real quick. We already kind of saw how that worked. Obviously, it doesn't matter where you place this. You can place it anywhere in the course. You could hide it so they can't break it, etc. And basically, you could just do the same exact thing. And again, you can put the visualization on, etc. But you need those blocks to really make it work. And you can actually make this work with different blocks, like those visualizing blocks. Like for right now, you see how this, even though this radio over here is off, it's actually working with these blocks all the way over here. That's because I have visualization turned on. So you can only have one radio playing one song at a time though. That's the only thing, if you want visualization to be working. Otherwise, what you can actually do is turn the attenuation distance down or whatever, so that way people can actually hear it all over. So for instance, if I put it on island, everywhere all over the island they're going to hear it, right? If I put it lower, etc., I can put tons of different boxes down in tons of different songs, and they'll hear whatever I put on, based on the distance they are from it. Or I could just put it on through the whole island and everyone can jam out to the same track. But that's basically the idea of it. It's super cool. Again, I've already kind of explained it, but there you go. That's how it works. And again, turn it off like so. We also finally had the damn hoverboard. Everyone's been asking for it. We definitely have the hoverboard. How cool is that? I'm happy about this. We also have the cannon spawn, which is a lot of fun. You guys can see my cannon video to see more about that. You can also see your starting inventory has changed. You can also see they also have the checkpoint system, which has been updated and actually works now. So that's pretty cool. The item spawner has been fixed. All these have been fixed. The damage volume and all that has been fixed. That's also very new. And then you've got the barrier, and they keep changing, and just so you guys know, they keep changing the name of this, so every time I gotta make a creative video, this name changes. If it changes again, sorry. It keeps happening, I don't know. The barrier is definitely very cool. This is so obviously players can't get out of wherever you choose to make them, otherwise they instantly die if you choose to, or they'll bump off it just like as if you fall off the map in creative. So pretty cool. But anyways, the hoverboard, for instance, actually, we'll check out the cannon, just so you guys can see it again. Check out my video. You do everything with the cannon just like in the main game, and you can have a lot of fun. And I can destroy trees. And as you guys can see, the hoverboard works amazing, of course, in creative mode. It's a lot of fun, especially if you want to do those tricks, which I can't seem to do. Oh, I love the hoverboard, and of course, being able to use it inside the creative mode, which is where it's best used at, is totally cool. There's nothing really that new, to be honest with you guys. It's all much the same. You've got the Cupid's crossbow for right now, of course, but other than that, there's really nothing too insanely new other than the fact of the infantry rifle, which was added a while ago. And of course, we have a lot of vaulted items and, you know, basically everything that's in the main game, plus some more. As for consumables, absolutely nothing has changed. Everything's about the same. However, I will say that the boomboxes have been nerfed a little bit, so that's quite strange, but they still work, and of course, they're the best cleanup tool in the game for creative mode. Chests, guys, absolutely nothing has changed. It's all the same as before for creating chests and, you know, creating llamas. It's all the same. But alright, guys, so that's pretty much it for creative mode. That's all the new stuff that they've added. So hopefully, guys, this helped you guys understand what all this does and how it all works for the most part. If you guys need a more detailed video on how something works, let me know in the comment section down below, and maybe I'll make a video for you guys. But anyways, guys, yeah, I think my favorite items out of all this happens to be the shrines and stuff. I really like this one in particular, and of course the pyramids. How can I not? And then of course, obviously the rings is really cool to me, and I really like the visualizer, and I do really love that radio. But I have to give the cake to the billboard. Having signs is really cool. What the heck can I forget about the drift board? It's so cool. I love having the hoverboard in the game. Can we just call it a hoverboard? Why call it a drift board? Come on, it's a hoverboard. I want to see your next pinball courses, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have a pinball course. I'll feature it on the channel. Make one and tell me about it. I'd love to hear about that. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a comment down below and like the video and let me know what's going on in your day. Of course, subscribe. That'd be nice so you can keep up to date with everything going on the channel. Anyways, guys, till next time, this has been Gamer Today.